Want your audience to engage more with the content you're sharing on social, your blog, even on video? Well, then you just need to say so. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 4 different call to actions you can use in your content so that your ideal audience will be even more engaged with the stuff you're sharing online. Before we get to those specific call to actions, I wanted to mention that today's video is part 3 of our 4-part audience engagement experience. So the last 2 videos that I did are all about how to engage your ideal audience online as well. I share specific strategies to help you craft content that's going to engage your audience and attract those ideal clients and customers. So if you haven't watched the last 2 videos, be sure to check those out and hit subscribe so that you don't miss our next video, which is part 4 of this audience engagement experience. And with that said, let's get to those call to actions so that you can start using them in your content right away. Call to action number 1 is to comment. Now, I want to be clear that this is the concept of the call to action, not the specifics of how you should go about applying that. That's what I'll get to in just a second. And I want to be clear about this one specifically because some of these social media platforms, it's rumored that the algorithms are actually picking up on when you're saying things like comment below, and they may actually hurt your content or, suppress your content in a way that it doesn't reach as many people as it would if you wouldn't use those words comment below specifically. So I hope that makes sense. And again, none of the social media platforms are super clear and upfront with what their algorithms, how they actually operate. So this is speculation, but it is rumored that if you use the words comment below, those 2 words together in a caption of, say, an Instagram post or Facebook post, it's possible that your content might reach fewer people than if you hadn't used those words. So what I want to do now is share some other alternative ways that you could go about encouraging your audience to comment below one of your posts without using the words comment below. So one option is simply to say share XYZ. That's just a random example, but share your favorite tool for doing XYZ. That's a great example of how you could get people engaging in the comments without actually using the words comment below. Another way to do this is simply to ask a question. Get curious about your ideal audience. Ask their opinion on specific content that you're covering or specific ideas related to the topic that you're talking about in your content. People really love to share their opinions on what it is you're talking about. So be sure to ask your audience, and bonus tip, this is also a great way to survey your audience so that you can get them to say in their own words the things that you're looking to find out about them. Asking questions in your social media posts is a great way to get inside your ideal audience's head in a very super simple, engaging way. Call to action number 2 is save. Now, this applies on Instagram and Facebook for sure, and there are some other platforms where you can use a save feature, but I'm going to focus specifically on Facebook and Instagram because it's becoming a very popular feature on both of those sites, and it's also shown to be a great way to get your post to reach more people. So when people actually save your post on, say, Instagram, for example, that tells Instagram that this is really valuable content that people are liking so much that they actually want to save it and come back to it later. And remember, these social media platforms, they want their users to have a great experience on their site. So they want to be showing people content that other people seem to be really liking. That said, if your content lends itself to maybe, say, uploading multiple photos at once, or maybe a great video that people would want to return to, using this save feature and encouraging people to save your posts is an amazing option that can help you to reach a lot more people with one particular piece of content. An example of how you might use this save function is, say you are a health coach or a personal trainer and you want to share some exercises that people could do, and you have tutorials in your images, but you upload, say, 4, 5, 6 images of you doing different exercises, then people could save that post and come back to it to do the full series of exercises. Another way you could encourage people to save your content is maybe with a tutorial video that you upload to Facebook, and just encourage people to save it if it's something they may want to come back to later. The third call to action that I want to mention today is tag. So you've probably seen this used on Facebook or Instagram where you see a post that says, tag somebody who blank. Maybe tag someone who is a great friend, or tag someone who has made your life better, or just different options like that. Now, you can probably make that sort of a prompt fit for your business. And once you figure that out, then consider using this because it's a great way to gain exposure and help other people to find your account. Now, the key here is similar to when you want to create content that's super shareable. Think about the psychology of your ideal audience member. What kind of prompt would truly make them want to tag someone that they know? For example, if you know your ideal audience resonates with inspirational content, you could use a prompt like tag 2 people below who inspire you on a daily basis. And the fourth call to action is click. So again, this one's more of a concept, meaning what we're doing here is driving people from a social post or one particular piece of content to another particular piece of content or another way of engaging with us, not on that specific platform. So on Instagram, this is click the link in your bio, or on Facebook, it might be click a link or visit XYZ website. Now, I do want to mention that on Facebook, if you're using a Facebook business page, which you should be, if you're including links away from Facebook in the text of your post, that is shown to hurt your reach. So it limits your reach of the content that you're sharing, which if you've been posting on Facebook over the past few years, you've probably noticed already that that reach is not anywhere close to what it used to be when you are posting on your page. So minimizing the use of links in the text of your post is going to be helpful if you're looking to reach more people on Facebook. And of course, you know that you can't include links in your Instagram captions, but you can include a link in your bio or multiple links if you're using a tool like Linktree. And you can always refer people to that link in your bio if you want to send them to a free offer you have available, or maybe to your latest YouTube video. Whatever that place is that you want to be sending people, make sure that that's linked in the bio of your Instagram account. And of course, be sure to look into the individual best practices for the platforms you are primarily using for your business so that you know how to maximize reach for all of your content across the board. And then you can prompt your audience to engage with your content in a way that aligns with the best practices for that specific platform. There you have it, 4 call to actions that you can use to engage your ideal audience. A big thing that you want to make sure you do, though, is consider your goals for your business before determining which call to actions you should prioritize using in your content. But in general, audience engagement is always positive, so varying the call to actions that you're using from time to time on social media and in your other content is always a good idea. Now, I hope you've been following along with the audience engagement experience, so this week's challenge is to comment below with the call to action you plan to use next and let us know which platform you plan to use it on. And of course, if you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe so that you don't miss next week's video, which is part 4 of the audience engagement experience.